Hey, how's it going, everyone? 6 or 7 days. I guess the break wasn't as long. That's why in the last video I said I may take a break. There was a YouTuber one time that said that it was going to be their last video, and the final video, and then like a day or two later they uploaded again. That's kind of annoying. I think if you're going to say something, just say it, because it sounds like clickbait. But I definitely wasn't clickbaiting. That's why I said may take a break. Anyway, this is a semi follow-up video from my last video. If you did check that out, it was on me possibly taking a break from YouTube due to mental health, just not feeling well, was in a funk. If you want to check out that video, just go on my channel or put it in the description box. But anyway, first and foremost, excuse me, I want to just thank each and every one of you that has supported me over the years, that watch my videos. That means a lot, and especially to the people that commented. If you didn't comment, no big deal, because I don't like commenting on videos that often. Just knowing that I may help a few people at the very least. At least people can relate to life and our struggles. That it's worth it. So I'm not sure where I'm going with this video, but I do want to say that yes, everyone has different problems in life. Captain Obvious, but I want to delve a little bit deeper into that topic. You don't have to. You can just think about it in your head, or if you want to if you want to type it in the comment section, and then you can participate in the discussion. Excuse me, but if there was a few things that are bothering you in your life right now, please leave it in the comment section, and ask yourself, if you could just get rid of those problems, wouldn't life just be so much easier? It could be a number of things. I mean, life is very challenging. I mean, there's so much, right? The mental health side of it, you got, the OCDs, you got the anxiety, the depression, the manic, social anxiety, agoraphobias, hoarders, people that have low self-esteem, people that have been bullied, body image issues, body dysmorphia, anorexia, bulimia, excuse me, financial problems, you can't get a job, all right, imposter syndrome, narcissism, you've been cheated on. Sorry, this video hopefully not going to be too negative. I'll try to make some positivity out of this, and hopefully I will accomplish some of that. But this is the reality of it. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. A loved one passes, you're a widow, maybe you're a virgin, or you've never, which I don't really care if, I don't think you should place value on if you lost your virginity in particular. A lot of men in society, they're ashamed to be virgins, a lot of pressure. You don't have any friends, you have a hard time making friends. You grew up in a dysfunctional family, you grew up with a bunch of alcoholics, your parents were divorced, you're an only child. The list just goes on and on and on. Or a la me, or you having, a midlife crisis. You didn't accomplish what you think you should. Regret, regret, regret. You wanted to quit this to start this business, but you didn't do it, and you ended up at a meaningless job that you're just clocking in, you're clocking out. Your body is there, but your soul is in an abyss, right? If you feel that way, what I'm here to tell you is that, yes, whatever problem you have, if you end up solving it, that's going to help tremendously, of course, right? If you're overweight your whole life. The one thing you want is you just want to be skinny. Say you're a female and you just want to look good. You want men to notice you. This is just an example. And you're thinking in your head, this is hypothetically, of course, you're a woman and you're thinking in your head, if I could just get skinny, my life would be perfect. Or not perfect, but it would help tremendously. And you know what? That may be the case, and it probably will help tremendously. Similarly, if you're in a financial struggle and you're saying to yourself, if I could only make this much amount of money, it would help so much. It would put less pressure on me paying the bills, living paycheck to paycheck. I don't want to do that. But there was a study, and I don't know the exact number, but they said when you reach a certain threshold of money, once you reach that, the level of happiness does not increase as much. So when you're down at the poverty level, like, minimum wage 25, 30. I don't know what the minimum wage is in your area. This is regarding the United States. California's a little bit higher because we have such higher cost. But if you're making like 30K a year, and there's a study where if it goes up to about 80, 85K, you get that spike in happiness. But once you hit that 85, 90, that 30 to 80 feels wonderful, right? That 50K jump from 30 to 80. But from 80 to 130, another 50, yeah, it's more short-lived, right? The happiness. And I think, I'm just using that as an example, but going back to the woman that is overweight, yeah, you may solve some of your problems and feel better, right? But if you haven't addressed the demons inside and what caused you to gain all that weight, whether it's, you want validation so bad, right? And you don't even love yourself, and maybe you end up losing the weight, and then you end up developing body dysmorphia or what is it called? Ugly duckling syndrome. I did a video like 10 years ago on that, where you know you're more attractive and you look better, but psychologically, you're still that same person. You're still that person that feels overweight and is very self-conscious. And if anyone even looks at you, you get paranoid thinking that they're criticizing your body image. So after all that psychobabble, not babble, but I think I'm making up some points, is that we all have problems. And don't fall in the trap of, like, you definitely, if you have a problem, yeah, you want to fix it. You want to do the best you can to, maybe not, there's certain things you can't fix, but maybe you can't cure, but you can manage, like anxiety. It's great to try to manage it, strive for trying to make your life better, but don't expect your life to just do a complete 180 and just be like, oh, finally, you've been a virgin for all these years, you're a guy, you're a virgin, and you finally lose your virginity. And then some guys go, wait, they have a one-night stand with some girl at a frat party and they lose their virginity, and it's like they didn't even enjoy it. It's just more like a relief, like, oh, I lost my V card. Is life like all of a sudden so much better? Yeah, maybe the pressure of losing your virginity in this example, but do you still have problems? Let's say you have failing grades in college, you have problems at home, you have family life, you have this and that. Maybe you use unprotected sex and you got an STD. I mean, you just lost your V card because society tells you to, and then you end up getting a damn STD and you got the clap. Excuse me for our language. You got the, the herpes, herpy werpies, as they call it, the happies, as Adam Carolla would say a long time ago in his show, Loveline with Dr. Drew. So 8 minutes in, we all have problems. And the other thing I want to say is, before I depart, it's tempting to look at other people and say, man, I wish I had their life. Now, let's be honest. Yeah, there's some people that naturally just are born with better resources. Right? You grow up in a more affluent family, but that doesn't always mean you're going to be successful. You've seen, trust fund babies get all this money and then they don't have any purpose. They didn't have to earn it. And those people have different types of challenges. And people that are poor will say, I would love to have those challenges. Yeah, you would, but it's still a challenge. You could win the lottery. I mean, you could win, somebody that's clinically depressed could win, that they can't even get out of bed, or they have obsessive compulsive disorder, and they're doing rituals and they're spending hours and hours and they're just stuck in their head, ruminating thoughts constantly and doing physical checks for hours on end. Thank God I'm not even close to that. They win the lottery, then what? Most people that don't have those types of issues will be like, whoa, go on the spending spree, right? Maybe they'll be temporarily happy, but ultimately what's going to happen? You haven't helped manage and addressed what's inside. You get someone who's got obsessive compulsive disorder, right? And they're like counting numbers in their head. Next thing you know, they win the lottery and then they start thinking about what's in their head about how much they're going to get taxed, and then it causes another ritual about how much money I'm going to get. You know what I mean? It can just cycle out of control. It can spiral out of control quick. It's crazy. So that's all I got to say in this video. Continue to strive to be the best that you can be. But try not to be envious of other people. Just work on yourself. You can utilize other people as as a example, a good example of to what you want to strive for. Let's say there's a certain profession you want to get in, then yeah, you want to use them as a template. But there's more than one way to reach your goals. But mimicking and getting advice from people that are successful in the field of interest that you want to be in, or let's say you just want to lose weight and you follow someone that might give you advice, that's fine. But you have to dig deep, address what's inside. Real quick, I don't know, only a couple people probably made this far in this video. It's okay to ask for help, especially men. If someone frowns upon and looks at you and says like, "Oh, well, you can't handle this," or "You're going to therapy," which I have gone. If they make fun of you or something, then you just give them a big F you. It's like whatever. Or people that say, "How could that person?" And trust me, I'm 100% against the S word, the SUI, CID. I don't want to say SUA, SUA, boom. But I am not gonna, if you're religious or not, whatever, let God determine what's gonna happen if you do that. But who am I to immediately, I'm not justifying it, but who am I to pretend I know what's going on in their minds, right? So let's all be compassionate towards one another, help each other out, and that's it. So I'm doing overall a little bit better. I've been working out more. That's been helping. I don't think I mentioned in the last video. The past, I think since like October, the past like 6 or 7 months, I think I've lost about 6 or 7 pounds. But a couple of pounds I probably actually needed to lose. That sounds funny, but just based on the body check in the mirror, a couple of pounds is good. But I ate really well yesterday. That's a great sign that I'm getting my appetite back even more. Last week it was kind of getting bad. But this, like, I had a good solid couple meals yesterday, so I have a lot more energy. I hit my chest doing that. I went to therapy. I go to therapy here and there, and overall feeling good. I know I'm still gonna have my ups and downs, but overall I'm doing good. So 13 minutes in, I'm gonna get going, and hopefully more content coming, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.